Welcome back to APinkeClothlife. If you are new here, I am Tina. I share all things budgeting, cash stuffing, and real life money talk. Today I want to walk you through how I manage my money on a pretty much low income base. And people have different thoughts on what low income is. So I just feel like what you may think low income is may be pretty much different than someone else's thoughts on low income. So it's all based on a personal level of how you feel about your budget, and if you feel like you're on low income or if you feel like you're on high income. So we're gonna do a no fluff, no fancy numbers, just what works for me in real life as a busy mom, working full-time and running my small business on the side. So if you feel like your money runs out before the month does, then this video is for you. So first of all, let's start off with the basics. So we're on a tight budget, so I need to make sure that every dollar has a job, every dollar counts. So this is pretty much a typical breakdown of what my monthly budget looks like. So for rent, mortgage, try to keep it about 35 to 40%. If you can get it down to 20%, that is off the charts, off the charts. So the lower that you can get your ratio for your mortgage of your income or your rent, the better you will be off on your budget. So I know some people say, like, if you're getting a house now, they're like, you can always pretty much refinance, but right now the rates are not, they're not looking really good. So you just have to ride the wave and you just have to wait until the rates come down. And my thing is, instead of with an attitude of saying, oh, I'm just gonna wait till the rates down, come up with a plan right now for what the rates are now, and don't even put that in your mind that later on I'm going to refinance, because I know they say don't stick with what's happening now and then just, you got to think a little bit further. But I feel like with the rates, I feel like you just need to, right now, you need to think about the rate, because how things are going, the rate does not seem like it's going to go down. So if that rate does not fit with your budget as of now, as being a home buyer, I would say to not even chance it. Or some people get the adjustable rates, not a good idea. But for right now, our rates are pretty good, so I am very happy with what I got. But if the chance comes that we can refinance in the future, that is something that we will look at and we will be able to do. The thing is, I like to give myself, for groceries, we like to do maybe like 130 to 150. I know you're probably like saying, like, girl, how do you make it on 130, 150 for your 2 weeks? So basically, a good idea of that is to plan meals that you can have leftovers. And I know some people do not like leftovers. I'll tear some leftovers up. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have some leftover tacos for dinner tonight, okay? Because the sauce just marinates in it, and then it's like, it seems like it's more flavorful if you have like the if you have it sit overnight. Does that sound disgusting? Okay, whatever. But yeah, and then also another thing for groceries, y'all, I the heck out of my Kroger's app because they have discounts, and sometimes I'll get free coupons. Like this time, I'm gonna tell you, I got some free Ruffle chips as a best customer coupon. Best customer thingy. Say what? There are so many other best customers. They know how to make you feel good. Way to go, Kroger's. So I got free Ruffles. So Ruffles are like $5 now. So that's a good hit for me. But I do use things like that, and also go in the cabinet to take a look at what I already have and try to work with that. Spaghetti is a good go-to because spaghetti will have you eating on it for the rest of the week. Just how much you can make with spaghetti. But I love spaghetti, and I love leftover spaghetti. So that's just wah, wah. So the next thing's pretty much in my breakdown is utilities, phone, gas. Now, coming in hot with the buying groceries from Kroger's. When you buy groceries from Kroger's, it allows you to use the points for your gas. And I use the heck out of those too, because I remember I got like 80 cents off the gallon. Yo, I filled up. And then the next time I had like 60 or 50. But those points that you use for Kroger's, you can use those also for gas to get your gas down. And another good thing is that we don't live far from where we gotta work. So work is closed, Aiden's school is closed, summer camp is closed. So, and then where we live at, it's like right in the middle. So it's like with gas can be tricky because you have to base it on different factors. Is your car, if it's gas efficient, is it a gas guzzler? Do you have to go far for work? When you go get your kids, do you have to go? So you have to factor all those things in it, and that's what I factor. So that's why usually I'll do for the 2 weeks, I'll do like $60 for gas because I don't really have to go too much and have to go too far. And the grocery store where I go, Kroger's, is not far. And Walmart. Yeah, and Walmart. And another thing is sinking funds for car maintenance, gas, and for nails. I am going to go get my nails done today. So I do have a sinking funds in my sinking funds book for my nails that I put aside. So those things also are part of my budget breakdown. Now for my savings challenges, if I don't have extra cash to put in my savings challenges, I don't do it. And I would stress and I would emphasize for you to do the same thing, because trying to add to savings accounts when you really seriously don't have it is pretty much not productive. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you any further. For that moment, you're going to have a good feel good, ooh, I stuffed my savings challenges. But in the end, you're going to have to end up digging back in there. And then it's so what the heck did I even fill this up for in the first place, And another good thing that I do use for my budget that is included is that I do use cash envelopes for groceries, gas. I even have one for my son. But as of now, y'all, I don't have anything in these envelopes. They are all empty because I use all of the cash out of it. But I like to have cash envelopes because this right here helps control my spending. And this, I don't have anything in these envelopes, so I have got to make it until I do my next cash stuffing. It's all in a mindset. And sometimes I know when I first started cash stuffing, those of you that has been with me for a long time, I used to stuff $5 in my envelope. And that was just, it was stressful because I was just so used to if I had a credit card, I'll just go swipe it. If I had something savings, I'll be I'll just go ahead and get my savings, get it out of savings, it'll be fine. But as of now, it's when the envelopes are gone and the money is gone out of there, I don't touch it. I just have to figure it out. And I know that might sound a little bit harsh for myself, but when you're budgeting and when you're adulting, you have to make hard life choices. And sometimes I've had it where I didn't have time to get breakfast in the morning. And I'm not saying to torture myself, because I don't miss meals and all the time, and I'm not starving. So if I skip breakfast, and usually I'll have some things at work, I'll have some yogurt. So I'll just skip breakfast because I love having a big breakfast. I love having I love those chicken minis from Chick-fil-A. I love those hash browns. I love my medium cherry Coke. Oh yeah, and they're getting rid of the foam cups. That has been an issue. People have been saying something about the foam cups, why they're not getting those anymore. But anyways, and okay, yeah, and then I get my ranch. But yeah, I could just eat yogurt because, like I said, if I'm on a budget, if I have a set goal that I'm trying to do, eating out is not going to be one of my priorities. So sometimes you just have to sacrifice. That's just how I figure it out. So yeah. So I am going to give you 5 tips that actually help me to budget on a real low income budget. And like I said, your low income may be different than my income, low income, when I'm thinking of low income. So we all think different, y'all. We don't all think the same. Well, sometimes we do, but yeah. So tip 1 is to start small and start now. You don't need $1,000 to budget. You don't need $5,000 to budget. You can start budgeting with $5.
What?
The thing behind it is, I think budgeting is more of like a mindset. That's what's more important, is that you have to be able to see this nice purse over here for $5. You only have $5, and that $5 is supposed to last you until 2 weeks. Do you go spend that on that bag, or do you save that $5 just in case you might need some gas, or just in case you might need some bread so that you can make your own lunch or your own breakfast to take to work? Those are decisions that you have to make. So it doesn't matter the amount that you start with. The only thing about it is that you start now. So for tip 2, list your needs first. So your needs would be your 4 walls of your house: housing, fun, transportation, utilities. Fun comes after that. I knew when I was first budgeting and people would say they were going out, and I mean, because I was always used to going out, even if I didn't have the cash, I use my credit card. But when you start budgeting and start actually wanting to set goals for yourself, you're going to be like, no, I can't go out. I don't have the money. You're going to be honest with yourself and be honest with your friends. So you want to make sure that you have all 4 of those things covered. And then just like with savings challenges, after those are covered, take that extra money, put it into your savings challenges, take that extra money, go get you ice cream. Y'all, I love Brewster's ice cream. Go have some fun. But you just want to make sure that you have all of those things covered before you do all of the extra fun stuff. Tip 3 is to track every dollar. So when you track every dollar, it doesn't matter if it's $1.50. That way it's an eye opener to what you are spending. So I actually use my tracker book here, and I make sure that I track all of my spending on a daily basis. And then I go in with my budget planner and I actually jot down all of the things that I have spent my money on. Now, some people say like, oh, it's just $1.25, it's just $1.75. If you keep just saying like, oh, it doesn't matter, that's just $1, those dollars add up. Like $1 5 times is $5. So $1 10 times is $10. And it is so easy to just say like, I'm just gonna buy this. And you don't realize, if you're not keeping track, you're not realizing that you just spent $30. You know what I mean? So that's why keeping track of all of your spending is very crucial to your budget. So tip 4 is to use sinking funds. So sinking funds are easy to start. I know some people say like, I don't know what to do, it's so hard. Number 1, just pretty much just jot down things that you have that come up, like Christmas, birthday parties, vacation trips, things that you know you spend a chunk on, or things that come and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even have enough money for it, like car property taxes. And that way you just chip at it and you just put small amounts to the side here and there. And so when that bill comes or when that event comes, you have that cash in that sinking funds that you can actually pull out. You don't always have to have a set amount to put in your sinking funds. What you can do is like, I have an extra $5. Remember I told you, whatever you have left, don't make it over the top. Don't stress yourself. If I have $5, like I'm gonna put $5 in my car property tax sinking funds, so that by the time next year when June comes, I have that money to pay it, and I'm not scratching and looking around for how I'm gonna pay it or to put it on my credit card. Tip 5 is to give yourself grace. Some months are going to be tighter than others. It's going to be where extra bills are going to come out. Some of the ones that you have that comes twice a month. Some of them may come once a month, or just things happen, things come up. So give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up. This is a journey, not a sprint. So things aren't going to go for me, things don't always go the way that I plan. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I forgot this. Like, and I've been doing budgeting for a long time, and I mess up, and some of the things I'd be like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. And it just happens. You just have to, you can't cry over spilled milk, because what are you going to do? You're going to take a paper towel, you're going to wipe it up. And instead of doing all that crying, all you could have done was just skip the crying, wipe it up, and then come up with a plan and just keep on moving. So those are just some tips that I gave you in just a scenario of my budget. I don't know, I'm liking to do these videos because sometimes we need these videos just to pop in our face, and you know, just to give you a little pep talk, just because sometimes I forget and I need a little reminder. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Stay encouraged and stay focused. Keep it focused. And guys, I will see you in the next video. And until next time, peace.